Hey everybody, it's Coach Collard here at Arizona Short Sale TV with my partner Ryan Melville. We're here just to share with you today and talk about some things that are relevant to the home buying, the investor, and the home seller community out there as the public. Around conversations that us as real estate professionals have on a regular basis that probably confuse the hell out of you guys.
Yep. We use it like we know what you guys are talking about. Like you guys know what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go back to first grade, maybe even kindergarten.
Sure.
And see if we can break some things, some dried mud loose, if you will, on interpreting what's being said in the industry. So
why don't we start off with,
first?
Yeah, let's start off foreclosure. Let's just define a foreclosure.
Foreclosure. Man, it's a loaded conversation, and this is a great one to lead off on. Guys, a foreclosure is basically when a property is sold at trustee sale, which is a valid thing to do in the state of Arizona. We're a deed of trust state, so when a person goes delinquent on their home loan by 30 days, technically the lender can file what's called notice of default, which is then becomes public records. It's filed with Maricopa County. Everybody knows about it.
Or Pinal if it's in
whatever county. Yeah. And then 90 days later, it gets scheduled for a trustee sale where an attorney, or what's called a trustee, will auction the property off. Now, that's the actual foreclosure sale. It happens in a moment in time in the bid. What we all in the community call foreclosure is the process of notice of default to the trustee sale, but that's not actually real. Up until the point of the sale itself, all of that time is actually pre-foreclosure, and it's very important to know that. Now, not all realtors call pre-foreclosure everything before that. Some people call pre-foreclosure prior to notice of default. And I'll in fact say, guys, if you're out there right now and you have a mortgage and you're current on it, you're technically in pre-foreclosure. It's pre-foreclosure. Doesn't mean you'll ever be in foreclosure, but you're still pre-foreclosure, right? It's before the game, it's pre-game. So just one example right there. So when the trustee sale happens, the bank then takes the property back, and what's that called?
The foreclosure process.
Well, once the foreclosure trustee sale happens and nobody buys it.
Oh, it goes back into the bank as an REO property.
As an REO, and that REO is real estate owned.
Your REO foreclosure.
Right.
The bank took the property back.
Right. So when people talk about, oh, I buy foreclosures, or here's a foreclosure list. Well, the foreclosure list is not always as accurate as you think it is. If you're buying a foreclosure list to look at as buying or investing in a foreclosure list, it's probably a pre-foreclosure list. If you truly buy foreclosures, it's likely that you buy them at trustee sale and you bid on them as an auction. If you buy them from the bank, which are foreclosed upon properties, they're actually REO properties. Do y'all see how there's like three options to get confused there? And it's important. We have different strategies for our buyers for all of those different properties. Bank owned, pre-foreclosure, and trustee sales. Important to know. What's some other stuff? I was thinking about something, but I'm blanking on it right now.
Well, I had a client email me asking, we just got an offer on the property, it's a short sale, and the next step is the lender's ordering a BPO. So I took it for granted. I sent my client an email saying that I'll be contacting you shortly to let the BPO agent into the house if need be, and the reply back is,
what the hell is a
BPO? And so I had to break it up and shoot a video and send her the video and all that good stuff. So
okay, so since you addressed that, let's have you answer. What the hell is a BPO?
A BPO is a bank's way of knowing that they're not giving a property away.
Okay. So what does BPO stand for?
Broker price opinion.
Okay.
It technically doesn't have to be a broker going out to the property. It could be another real estate agent, but we call it a BPO, broker price opinion.
Okay.
And it's like I said, it's a way for the lender to know what the home is worth. They could order one BPO, two, sometimes three, multiple, seven. Who knows? Just so I guess they have a good feeling that if they're accepting that $200,000 offer, the home is really not worth $400,000 on the open market.
So it's almost like an informal appraisal.
Sure.
Tell me how, for these guys to know, how accurate are BPOs in your opinion?
I've seen them way off, and I've seen them right on.
Really?
It's what we've seen lately is they're sending over West Side agents to do BPOs far down in Queen Creek, and
which is on the east side.
It's on the east side, southeast side of the Phoenix metro area.
And that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
I wouldn't go up to Flagstaff and try to complete a BPO on a place I visit maybe every month on vacation or just to get away.
Because you're not from there.
I'm not from there. I don't know the market, and for somebody to come over and not maybe ever sell a home or ever show a home in Tempe and know the different characteristics versus Buckeye or whatever, you know, they may know that in Buckeye the price per square foot is $50, and
Sure.
you know, I'm going to go over here in Tempe. Obviously, it's not $50 here, but do they know the true value? And are they just looking at the MLS? Are they looking at the tax records? Not all homes
Right.
are on the MLS are posted on the MLS are sold. So
you know what? That's a great point for you guys to really expand into. A lot of agents will only comp or do comparable market analysis on properties that are on the MLS.
because it's easy. I mean,
Because it's easy and it's there,
Boom,
and
boom, you got a CMA.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But what we found, and this is huge, is there's a lot of people like what I used to be, which is a full-time investor, and I never bought properties from the MLS. So I would buy properties
From the trustee
from seller
sale.
finance people at the trustee sale. I'd buy them from builders. I'd buy them from new home builders.
Everywhere that's almost not on the MLS.
Anywhere for sale by owners.
Yeah.
Anybody that would, the MLS didn't even know they were selling.
Sure.
And so there was tons of properties being sold that weren't comparable
Mm-hmm.
in the MLS. And so what was amazing is an agent would come up with a BPO value and they'd miss because they missed 9 other sales in
Sure.
the community. So one of the strategies that we like to talk to people about and provide for BPO agents is, hey, remember to use the tax records. That covers all sales versus some sales. These are little nuances in the market right now that hopefully will help you as a homeowner make a more empowered decision when it comes to sell or buy a new home or invest in a property.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we might cover? We've got a few more minutes here.
I mean, let's dive into a short sale. I mean,
Okay.
let's just throw it out
Maybe
there.
carve up that process a little bit?
Yeah, let's just carve it up a little bit.
Wow, where to even start? Let's start with writing an offer
Yeah.
on a short sale.
Yep.
So you as a buyer's agent come to me and you're going to write an offer on my short sale. So me as a short sale listing agent, I'm going to need to have a process in play and be able to communicate to you the status of the transaction
Sure.
at different levels. So we have something called, the contract piece. As soon as we get a contract and the financials in, and in fact, before the contract and the financials, we do something called a LOA or a borrower's authorization.
Allowing us to talk to their lender.
That's it. That's it. We
the
have
lender's
to
not
sell
going to
it.
talk to anybody. They have to make sure that.
Yeah, because we're not the homeowner.
Sure.
So they need to have us have a signed piece of paper called a borrower's authorization that gives us access to call on behalf of the seller so we can negotiate and start talking to the lender.
And we do that immediately after we get the listing. If not the day of.
With the listing and the financial paperwork, we
Yeah,
get
with
all that
everything,
up
we
front.
all that up front. We
We get
immediately-
sent straight to the
just to
lender.
let them know that we're in the game. We're here
Absolutely.
to take over the process.
Absolutely. And then just for people to know what kind of process, what kind of average time does it take from the time we get all the listing paperwork, get the listing active, send the authorization in, till the time we get a contract from somebody?
Average 2-3 weeks.
Okay, average
Maybe
2 to 3
yeah,
weeks.
Maybe up to a month, but
Could be a month,
it
could even be a little
'cause,
further.
I mean, we
could
could
be
take
less.
the stance where we price it 10% below market
Right.
and just get an offer in the first 3 or 4 days. But
Right.
we don't take that approach.
No, we have a
price it
strategic
maybe
approach.
3 to 5% above market value.
Yep.
Just to justify when we do bring the offer to the lender, we try to get you $110,000. You see, we left it there for 2 weeks.
Right.
We didn't get any showings, so we did drop it down to 105. Still no showings. Dropped it down to 100, and we got a contract. So
And we establish a pricing history, a showings history, all sorts of stuff so
Yeah.
that the lender can justify things. And we've even seen right now, because the market softened so much, we might even need to be pricing them a little more aggressive up front, maybe at what we think is value,
Sure.
or maybe even a little below. So we're adjusting, like we mentioned in yesterday's video, the market changes like this.
Yeah.
So I think we might be running out of time. You want me to
Yeah.
stop it, or you want
No, I got it, man.
close this thing out, brother?
Right.
No?
I'm good.
So Ryan's is not as camera happy as I am, but that's okay. Guys, we hope we really created value for you here. And I know this triggered other conversation for you. If there's something else that is uncertain, hit us with an email. We'll gladly respond.
fill
We'll
out
put
the
a
form
video
on the right of the website. Ask us a question.
over here to the right, maybe down, maybe a little bit up.
Yeah.
It says email and submit. We'll film a video for you back to you and really give you details on it. So don't be scared of the market. Be empowered. We're here for you. Thanks for joining ArizonaShortSaleTV.com.